Music review. Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department is great sad pop, meditative theater. Who knew what Taylor Swift's latest era would bring? Or even what it would sound like? Would it build off the moodiness of Midnights or the folk of Evermore? The country or the 80s pop of her latest re-records? Or its two predecessors in black and white covers, the revenge pop of Reputation and the literary Americana of Folklore? The Tortured Poets Department, here Friday, is an amalgamation of all of the above, reflecting the artist who, at the peak of her powers, has spent the last few years re-recording her life's work and touring its material, filtered through synth-pop anthems, breakup ballads, provocative and matured considerations. In moments, her 11th album feels like a bloodletting, a cathartic purge after a major heartbreak delivered through an ascendant vocal run, an elegiac verse or mobile, synthesized productions that underscore the powers of Swift's storytelling. And there are surprises. The lead single and opener Fortnight is 1989 Grown Up and features Post Malone. It might seem like a funny pairing, but it's a long time coming. Since at least 2018, Swift's fans have known of her love for Malone's Better Now. Taylor Swift's The Tortured Poets Department is here. In her review, AP Music writer Maria Sherman calls it an amalgamation of an artist who has spent the last few years re-recording her life's work and touring its material, filtered through synth-pop anthems, breakup ballads, provocative and matured subject matter. Swift announced a surprise 2 hours after the album release: 15 additional tracks. The project is Swift's first original album since her record-breaking era's tour kicked off last year. But Daddy I Love Him is the return of country Taylor. In some ways, fairy tale songwriting, a full band chorus, a plucky acoustic guitar riff, and a cheeky lyrical reversal. But Daddy I Love Him / I'm having his baby / no, I'm not / but you should see your faces. Babies appear on Florida, and the bonus track, the manuscript as well. The fictitious Fresh Out the Slammer begins with a really pretty psych guitar tone that disappears beneath windblown production. The new wave adjacent, My Boy Only Breaks His Favorite Toys, brings back Barbie. I felt more when we played Pretend than with all the Ken / 'cause he took me out of my box. Even before Florence Welch kicks off her verse in Florida, the chorus explosive repetition of the song title hits hard with nostalgic 2010s indie rock, perhaps an alt-universe Swiftian take on Sufjan Stevens' Illinois. As another title states, So Long, London. Indeed. It would be a disservice to read Swift's songs as purely diaristic, but that track, the fifth on this album, which her fans typically peg as the most devastating slot on each album, evokes striking parallels to her relationship with a certain English actor she split with in 2023. Place it next to a sleepy love ode like The Alchemy, with its references to touchdown and cutting someone from the team, and well, art imitates life. This cover image released by Republic Records show The Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift. Republic Records via AP. Revenge is still a pervasive theme. But where the reprisal anthems on Midnights were vindictive on The Tortured Poets Department, there are new complexities. Who's Afraid of Little Old Me combines the musical ambitiousness of Evermore and Folklore, and adds a resounding bass on the bridge, with sensibilities ripped from the weapons-drawn, obstinate Reputation. But here, Swift mostly trades victimhood for self-assurance, warts and all. Who's afraid of little old me, she sings. You should be, she responds. And yet, The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived may be her most biting song to date. You didn't measure up in any measure of a man, she sings atop propulsive piano. I'll forget you, but I won't ever forgive. She describes her target, likely the same tattooed golden retriever, a jejune description, mentioned in the title track. Missteps are few, found in other mawkish lyrics and songs like Down Bad and Guilty as Sin, that falter when placed next to the album's more meditative pop moments. Elsewhere, Swift holds up a mirror to her melodrama and melancholy. She's crying at the gym. Don't tell her about sad. Is she allowed to cry? She died inside. She thinks you might want her dead. She thinks she might just die. She listens to the voices that tell her, lights, camera, bitch, smile slash, even when you want to die. As she sings on, I Can Do It With a Broken Heart, a song about her own performances, on stage and as a public figure. Read more.